Hello everyone, this is Planckera, and welcome to my universe. So, last time I finished the front of the back here, and I decided that I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do for these guys. I don't plan to do a side or anything. It's a pretty simple design, so I also don't really think I need to zoom in on too many things. I might do the headphones. I was thinking about doing the shoes, but then I looked at them and I was just like, no, man, I think it's pretty clear. At most, I could, like, draw the bottom of them, but that's... Whenever I do that, I just always feel like I'm being a little bit extra. Just because sometimes I find it kind of fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fix a couple of small proportional issues that I saw. The first being in this shoe here. I think it's a bit too tall. Let's see, I think I'll do it from here, and I'll just push this down a little. And I also think I need to make the toe come up just a little bit more. I'm kind of looking at it relative to this foot here. So I think that's about right. And, you know, as always happens, when you use the transform tools, there's a little bit to clean up, but it's not that big. But yeah, I think I would like the toes to be just a little bit bigger too. So this guy here, I'm gonna bring him up just a touch. Just a touch. And from there, I think I want this bottom part to be just a touch thicker. Again, not a lot, just a touch. Oh, I have the layer lock. No wonder it's not getting thicker. Somehow, I still do that a lot. Happens all the time. Okay. And then I just want to make a few other things look nice. Just kind of the last minute touch-ups. And then I do need to fix the shading on the leg. That'll be pretty easy. And there are a couple of other areas that I feel like need some small touch-ups as well. Like there are some things kind of misaligned on her backpack. So I do plan to fix that too. And this shadow is way too high as well. There we go. Okay. So there are some things that I felt like were kind of misaligned on the backpack here. So if I look at the bottom and I look at this text, the angle is different and they should be about the same. So that'll be the first thing I fix. And then I do think I will redraw the cartoon dog. It is perhaps a little derpy looking. Perhaps more than a little derpy looking. Hello there, Lagger. Welcome back. Okay. And I guess while I'm here, I will adjust the shading. Oh, there. Brush freaking out. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I feel like the little dog here is a little bit more derpy looking than I want it to be. I mean, it's gotta be pretty derpy. But there are limits. Alright, so let's try that again. I'm trying to remember what I learned about drawing cute dogs. I haven't drawn many a cute dog. I've drawn a few cute cats. But I am less used to cute dogs. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Just once again, kind of gathering reference to give me some ideas here. let's see. Okay. So, oh, I have the layer locked here. So what I have found when it comes to cute dogs is that you actually kind of want an oval at the bottom with a circle stacked on top. So it's a little bit more like this. It's going to be small. There we go. Small circle. And I can fix the relative sizes whenever I want. And then you give them the derpiest giant ears you have ever seen. So much that they look more like cats than dogs. There we go. I don't like how this is angled, but this is fine to start. I'll just go ahead and kind of push some things around. Let me get the sizing of it right and all that too. Okay. And then before I start correcting all the other proportions and stuff, let's get the eyes and the nose in there. I think I have these a bit too far apart and perhaps also a bit too large. I have noticed cute animals seem to be the opposite of cute anime, in that you don't want the eyes to get too big. It actually makes them look a little bit less cute. Look, red eyes don't have to be evil. It's fine. It'll look cute once I put some other stuff on it. But first, I kind of want to get the general gist of this shape here. Okay. So then a nice little round cute nose. There we go. Okay, and that's a little bit more symmetrical than the last one I drew is. I think I'm still gonna kind of have to skew certain parts of it to have it all line up with the angle that the backpack here is at. Okay. I think his head is too tall, so I'm gonna go ahead and just push this all down. There we go. Looks so much more squishy now. So much more squishy. Okay, I want to push it in here and out here, so this way the cheeks look nice and chubby. Just look extra squishable. I hate this ear, so I'm gonna go ahead and perfect this one a little bit more, and I will steal that one for the other side. I'm not even gonna try to make them symmetrical. Okay, so now I want to make these cheeks look nice and chubby. I don't think I can really do that until I have the other ear on, so let's get that there. But I will make it nice and chubby on this side, because I think I can do that on this side. Okay. All right. And before I go and move it to the other side, I want to get the white parts in. So if I refresh myself on Koromaru's face here, we got the white parts kind of going up and around the eyes here, down near the side of the face, around the chin. Okay. And up on the forehead. So here we go. Gonna go around here. Up here. And let's see. I'm gonna flop that back a little bit. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Okay, then I'm gonna bring this up over here. And, okay, I have the layer locked, so I'm good. What's it look like again? Okay. So kind of like this. And then once I go ahead and color about half of this in, I'm gonna duplicate this side out here, and I will copy it over to the other side. And that should let me get something fairly symmetrical here. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to make some changes once I do, but it'll be a good place to start. So I just want to kind of perfect this ear shape a little. And also get its dark inner part here. And then we'll make them look a little fluffier before I duplicate everything over. I don't know, something about that ear looks sad, so I'm gonna tilt it upward just a bit more here. Maybe like right there. I'll see how that looks. And if I can still make the cheeks look nice and chubby. So something like that. Whoop. Whoop. Little floof. Little bit of floof in there. And then a little bit of floof over here. And maybe a little bit of floof right there. Just a little bit. That looks reasonably fluffy to me, so let's see if I can just take this part, copy the selection to a new layer, and we'll just plop it on over here. There we go. So let's see, something like this. I'm trying to line it up with the eye here. Okay, and I knew that I'd have to make a few changes. That was totally expected. And I actually think that I will make it just a little bit thinner here. He's got kind of a thick face here. But there we go. I think that's a little cuter than the one I had before. Okay, let's make the eyes look a little bit less demonic now. We'll just put in the bright little lights. And maybe a shadow. Okay, I'll put the shadow in first and then I'll put the lights on top. There we go. That's pretty cute, I think. Yeah, that looks like a happy pupper. Let's put a little light on his nose. And then give him a little pink tongue. And after that, I can handle all of the, like, lines going around and stuff. And then everything will be back here, and I think he looks much better than the one I had before. So, I'm happy I went back and redid it. Let's see, do I want any dark spots here? I don't think so. So I'll go ahead and merge that down. I just don't feel like doing with another layer there. And then I want a nice, thick line going around. There we go. Just going around very carefully here, because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, and I think I'll do the same with the eyes here. Very, very carefully. There we go, and I think I'll even do the ears. I think that looks good, but the other one two really don't. So I think I'll just do that one. And actually, maybe I should do it like this. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Yeah, and I'd say that looks a lot better than what I had before, but I do want to make the perspective a little bit better here. And for that, that's easy. I just do this. I don't have to do that much, but a little bit I think will go a long way. But just to make it look like it is actually on that backpack. And I kind of tilted the same direction that the rest of it is. Okay. So there we go. I think that's all the corrections I want to do. So now... this is where I... yeah, this is where I kind of have to start decorating things. And I just had a thought, so... I'm gonna go see if I can find a free download of the Persona 3 mod. And hopefully it won't make me, like, restart won't make me restart Krita in order to see it. I should have thought of this before I started stream. I just forgot completely. Oh well, it should be fine. Because, man, it's being a bit slow here. Okay, at least found one of them. Okay. So we'll see if it actually lets me use this here. Because it might not. Sometimes it's finicky and wants me to restart before I can see it. What was the name of it? What was the name of it? BM space. Okay, you can't see my window here, but it's okay. I'm just looking for it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart Krita to find it, so I don't want to do that right now. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna do everything kind of beside the text. And then I will just, from there, figure out what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and remove that for now. So I'll do everything else. And if I run out of things to do, then I'll restart Krita. It won't take that long. Okay. Okay, so first thing I want to do, a nice border. And also close-ups of the top of the dress there. And and probably close-ups of the headphones as well. Okay. So I'll do that and add my group here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do the rest of the drawing before I just go do decorative shenanigans. I don't think I'm going to do expressions for this one. So this is fine. I did Cubates because they looked fun to draw. And even then, I felt like I kind of rushed through them. So, you know, I'll try again as I continue to master drawing a little bit faster, because I feel like I should be able to draw those very, very fast. I just can't. Oh yeah, and I guess I could make one for the hairpin too. Okay. Yeah. I'll just do it for some of the small accessories and stuff. Okay. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this guy. And I'll plop him in here. The head stays. So right now I just kind of gotta hunt through my layers here to find the stuff that I want to remove. And for this, oops, that's right. We're gonna move him over here. And what I would like to do, but I think I will do this with the front and the back before I make the change. But what I plan to do is cut it off from probably about the waist up. So right about here. And only show about this much. And it was kind of hard to see with the size of the brush, but yeah, only show about this much. And I will do the same for the back, because that's the only part of the dress that's really different. And just due to how this is structured, I'm gonna steal the head from the back, but everything else about for the backside is gonna come from this. So I'll go ahead and just remove everything that is not relevant here. So I'll keep the backpack strap, the belt stays. Shoes will be removed. Arms stay. I'll let the backpack stay on the front, but it will not stay on the back. Okay, so that's all I think I remove here. And now... Actually, no. I'm going to remove the backpack just because with the white dress, the white of the backpack makes everything a little bit ambiguous. They're about the same color. Actually, I think they're literally the same color. I kind of want to keep the backpack strap, though. Okay. No, I'll keep the backpack, but I'm going to paint it a different color. We're going to use the darkest color. There we go. Just had to think about that one for a second. I have a little bit of extra body showing there, I think. I don't? What are you from, then? What are you from? Okay, somewhere on the body. Are you on the dress layer? No, so you're probably part of the backpack. Okay, so you're probably this. Yes. Okay. That's fine. I could just kind of leave all of this shaded like that, and I think it'll be fine. This is a pretty... There's a pretty fair distance between where the plane starts in the center anyway, so I think this is accurate. I think I'll actually take off the headphones here. Just so that we can see the straps of the dress. And I guess actually we still can't because the straps of the backpack go on top of it. But it's okay. You can see that now. I'm just thinking if I'm happy with her shoulders here. I'm gonna hide the backpack straps for just a second so I can see a little bit better. I just want to make sure that they are proportionate. Gonna hide the backpack for a second too. But I think they are. If anything, I think it's just that her head is not quite in the right spot. So, you know, maybe I should fix that. Yeah, I'll fix that. And where's the hair back? Here we are. Oops, that's right. That's subtract, not add. Okay. So I just didn't put her neck in the right spot. That's fine. It wasn't really relevant to the other one, so I'm not going to fix it there. Because I don't know. I still think this one looks fine, even though it's not technically correct. So, I'll just leave it like that. But on this one, it's way more noticeable, so I should fix it here. And I'll also have to fix some of the shading here. Just because... on the original, the coat was covering this whole area, so it made sense for her entire chest area to be in shadow. But now it's not doing that, so it no longer does. So I will go ahead and fix the shading there. The neck will still be very shadowed here. Let's see, which way is my light coming from? I guess I'll just do it like this. I don't think it really matters that much. Okay. So I think I have the sleeves in mostly the right spot, so I'll just go ahead and light up this whole area here. I don't think their location will change very much, but I will kind of make that one look a little bit nicer there. Okay. Yeah, and now I can get all the shapes that I want here. I'll go ahead and put just a little fold on top of the belt here because I want to. I always think that kind of thing looks nice. And I like the feeling that it is a little bit loose. It is not very tight at all. And I guess I see here that I'm going to have to clean up the back hair just a little bit, now that the headphones aren't covering it up, but I can do that. So I just want a little bit of shadow right there. Okay, and then on the backpack layer, I guess I'll go ahead and color in the wings now. So they are actually going to be the darkest color now. It just makes more sense for what I have drawn here. Okay, and I actually don't have to fix her hair, so this is fine. Then I'll take back the stuff here. And just kind of finish up the shading on the wings here. Because I think everything else looks fine here. So all I really need to do from here on is fix the shading on the dress and the belt. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that, I guess. Because, yeah, I don't want to start clearing the lower body until I have the backside of the upper body done too. I want to clear them together. So that this way they'll be the same size. And any adjustments I make can be done together. Okay. I'm going to start with her chest. Okay, yeah, and I see that there was a shadow there from the coat, so I will adjust that as well. I feel like this is going the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. It should go this way. Because, yeah, I forgot. Her shoulders are going up. So I gotta follow that shape. And down here is just gonna be all in shadow. A lot of the time I'd put a light around this kind of fold there, or some more shadows, but I do not think that is necessary here. I actually already think that this looks pretty good. I'm trying to pay a little bit more attention to certain shadow shapes and whatnot, and kind of the minimum that I can do in order to make things look nice. I'll put a little fold here and a couple of little folds here, but this is not particularly tight, so I don't think it's going to be particularly foldful. There probably will be a few lights coming down here, just as it starts getting into the belt there. But it's loose, so I want to keep it loose looking. In fact, this might actually look better like this, as it gets into goes into the belt here. And I'm picturing the cloth being somewhat thin, so I kind of want to match what I have down here. So small folds mostly. Ones that are nice and thin, as opposed to here where I made them a lot thicker, because I pictured the cloth being thicker. Okay, and that should be good. Does it look good when I zoom out? I think so. Yeah, just another little fold here and there, and I think that should be good. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about all it needs. Got the little bit of decoration at the bottom, but everything else just very simple. Alright, I'm gonna go clean that up. And then I'll think about how I want to do the back. Let's see, up here, I think still just a little bit of shadow here. I will put the smallest of folds there. Just when I think about how this would all be attached, there's probably like a seam. Probably doing something like this. And I think it's small enough that I don't really want to draw it. But that's kind of how I'm thinking. There's some sewing going on over there. Okay. And then once I make these a little bit more triangular, I think things will look pretty good. And I think that's about it. Okay, so now I'm thinking about how I want to handle the back. And I think all I really need to do, duplicate this. This will be Jacqueline's back. Oh wait, no, I'm not done yet. What am I doing? I forgot. I need to fix the shading right here and a little bit around her armpit too. Got a little bit ahead of myself. Easy to do. I'm just very excited to draw all the things. Okay, there we go. This arm I'm still just gonna keep completely in the back. And I'll probably do the same on the other side. Yes. Oh, right. I wanted to draw the backpack strap, too. Oh, and I haven't done the belt. Man, I really am getting ahead of myself today. I gotta chill out. Okay. Time to focus. Time to stop derping around. Okay. There. And then I guess I'll put a little bit on the bottom here just to give it a little bit more three-dimensionality and presence. But I picture this being a pretty thin cloth. So I don't want to do too much to it. In fact, I should probably add some folds going across to make it look more like a thin cloth. Okay, so something like that. And then I just kind of pull the shadows out where some of that stuff happened. There we go. Oh yeah, I think something like that's pretty good. I don't think I gotta get any more detailed than that. I better think about it for a second though, because I am clearly rushing and I should stop that. That does happen sometimes. I'm not sure why I just get in the mindset that I should rush, but it does happen. And once I notice, I gotta stop it. The tricky part is noticing. The tricky part is noticing. But now that I have, I'll just slow it all down. Try not to rush. Okay. So I think something like that should be good. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So let's get those backpack straps. How do I want to do you? I think I have these connected at pretty good spots. So I want this to follow the shape of the shoulders a little bit better here. And over here. But beyond that, I think this is okay. Just gotta get a little bit of shading on it. I don't think I'm gonna do a bunch of special decorations, but I will. I don't know. When I see backpacks, they typically have this thing where it there's like a line running down there. Give me a second. It's lines. So it's a big long line, so I need to focus for a second here. You know how it is? But yeah, I'm under the impression that it's like on either side of where some padding is. So I'll go ahead and include that. Fortunately, I only have to do it on this side. The other side's not going to get me. Because it's just going to be completely in shadow. There we go. But yeah, I'm under the impression there's just some padding in there to make it a little bit more comfortable on the shoulders, and so I always see those kinds of lines in backpacks. So something like that, and then kind of down here, I think we'll just be all in shadow. And then there's going to be like a little bit showing right here where it goes behind her back. There we go. And I think something like this is just fine. I don't really think it needs any additional details. It's pretty simple. I was thinking maybe I want to add some threads. White threads going through it might be cute. But no, I think the blue here, and this is just so small, and I don't really want to make it any thicker. So I think I will actually leave it like that. And then I'll just put some shadows around here. Okay. There we go. Alright, just making sure I didn't miss anything else since I have already established I gotta slow it down. But I think I got it this time. I'm gonna take my sweet time so that this way I don't get ahead of myself. How does the back hair look? Because I remembered saying that I might need to fix that. Okay, no, I think it's okay. And naturally, we're not worried about anything below about here. Okay. I think I'm actually ready this time. So now when I move this, I only want to move it with the arrow keys, and while that is a little bit inconvenient, it is worth in this case. Because I want to make sure that they are as close to identical as possible. Okay, and then I want to get the back of the head from here instead of the head that I have here. So I'm going to remove that head entirely. And the back hair as well. Where are you? Back hair? There you are. Okay. And then we're going to remove the backpack. And the backpack straps. And I'm already going to have to adjust the entire dress because now we're getting the back side of it. Okay, and then on the back view, I'm going to duplicate the head. I do not need to transform this. This is fine. And we're just gonna bring it on over. And now that both of these exist, I'm actually gonna go ahead and trim them now. So this is gonna be a little inconvenient, but it'll be fine. Because basically what I gotta do I think it's like right about there. Why does her head look so much bigger at this angle? But I guess it's fine. Her hair is just really poofy in the back. I'll probably have to clean it up a little, but this is fine. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a nice big rectangular selection here. Include everything that I want to keep. So I think I'll go down to about here. And I will select the inverse, and then I just basically got to go through each layer that I know will be affected and delete it. That's all I need to keep here. Okay. There we go. So that's basically how I plan to make this look. I just wanted to show the upper body because the lower body is going to be the same. You see this clearly on both of these views. But this was under the jacket, so I wanted to show what the dress looked like. And I think that this is sufficient to show that. So now I will start adjusting the color. I'll fix her hair and stuff afterward. But I just want to do the dress first. And the way that these kinds of dresses look in the back. Let's see, so this part's going to be covered by her arm. Or it would be normally. Wait, I'm on the wrong one. Wrong layer. So this is basically just going to be her back. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I'm just thinking about it because, like, her chest shouldn't really be showing at this angle, I don't think. But anyway, I'll just draw the other stuff first. So clear some of the backpack strap shadows first. And then this will kind of hug a little bit closer to her neck. Okay. And then there's not going to be any shadows like this on this side. They're going to be a little bit closer down here, just because this is her back. So there's no breasts up there changing the shape of anything. So let's rough in some shadows here. It's going to be a bit more like this. They're just, it's just where it's being tucked into the belt here. These are actually a little too big. So there'll be a little bit kind of coming out here. Just where things get a little bit tighter going in there. Okay, now I have to decide what I want to do with this. I think I can just do this. Maybe. If I can keep it simple, I will. So if this looks good, I'll just do that. Naturally, I'll fix the arm with it, but let's see. So how's this back angled here? Should think about that. It's going kind of like this. Just kind of arching back just a little. And then the chest would be coming out like right through there. So yeah, it'll be behind the arm. I just don't want her to look too thick here. Okay, I think that should be okay. I'm gonna go fill in the rest of the arm. Just so it doesn't distract me and I can actually double check to make sure I like it. It looks a little weird. It kind of does, actually. Let me... If I clear this line... Like, where's the center? Like, this looks like it's, the center's over here. So it's a little incongruent, but I don't think it's, like, proportionally incorrect or anything. So I think I'm gonna call it good. Okay. Just let this be the side. Let things kind of come down her back here. And on this end, the entire thing is once again more in shadow. It looks like there's still going to be a little bit of a light area, so I'll let that stay. And this will sit off on her shoulder like this. Sleeve that is, and then I do think that this probably comes in a little bit more than I currently have it. So it'll be a little bit more like this. Okay, and I think that's pretty good. Just go ahead and make this all look a little bit nicer now. But I don't think I have to do much more than this. I think this showcases the back of the dress just fine. Albeit a little bit wonkily. But I think it's okay for it to be a little bit wonky. It's all good. All is well. All is well. Okay. It just mostly, this arm doesn't really make sense. That's why I changed it on this side. But, for something like this, this is fine. So yeah, it is basically this arm that is not really looking super great. But it's not bothering me enough to fix it, so it'll be fine. Okay. Let's fix the hair here. On the other views, the headphones were blocking it, so I didn't have to worry about it so much. But here, I'll go ahead and kinda smooth it out a bit. Look at these little stray hairs coming out here looking nicer. Okay. Okay, and I think that's fine. So there we go. Nice little marshmallowy back of her head there. Now we know what the dress looks like. It's nice and easy. Okay, I'll go ahead and draw the headphones. And I think that'll be like the last thing here that needs a close-up. About the only other consideration that I have is the cartoon dog. But I don't really think I want to draw that close up because then people will see that I can't draw cute cartoon dogs. Okay. So the headphones here I basically modeled after this, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go hide these two for now. Actually, let me plop these together in a group. There we go. And just so that they're a little bit easier to move together. Okay. Grab my colors here. So I really only designed part of these. You know, the part that goes around the ear cups. Oops. So now I'll have to go get the rest. Just accidentally hit the volume thing on my headphones and blast myself with the loud music. But fortunately, it's a soft piano, so I did not explode my ears. I like not exploding my ears. Keeps me in good health. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a circle. They will be symmetrical. So let me get my symmetry tool over here, where I can clearly see what I'm drawing here. That's a little far apart. Let's put them a little closer together. Okay. And this way I'll only have to draw half of it. So I'll want whatever this thing is on there, but I'm just gonna draw the part that goes... Ah, shoot. Ah, shoot. Okay. I try again. Let's bring this up here, and I'm gonna lock you right now. Thank you very much. Okay. So what happened there was while I was trying to draw part of it, I happened to get to the thing that lets you move the symmetry line, and I moved it. And I wasn't in the mood to realign it, so I just was like, okay, I'll start over, I'll try again, and this time I will lock that line so this way it cannot be moved. Okay. So there we go. There's the messy shape there. And I will put these into a group. So I want to get these on now. And they're going to do something more like this. And I'll just erase anything that doesn't look good. Anything I don't need. But that circle helped me get started, so it was worth putting on. Let's see, at this angle I think I'm showing a little bit too much cup. Okay. How did it look on her again? Yeah, this seems okay. Okay, and then they have this big ball thing. Kind of sitting on top. How do I want to do that? I think it should be on like the opposite side of the cup, even though that's not exactly how it works here, but I think it makes more sense for it to be here on mine. Let's see, I already have my shadow color selected, so that's good. We're gonna have this part going around here. And then the shape's coming in here. Something like that. And since this is kind of from a side view, there, let me draw the shadows in there just to help me picture how this is all turning. So it's something like that. Okay. So we have those shapes. So this is going to be where the thing kind of comes into it. Which there's like a center line going through here, and then it kind of comes out and around. And wraps around here, so this part will be a little thicker. So something like this. And then goes up there. Okay, how did I have it drawn? Okay, so this seems good so far. And then we have this thing, which is going to kind of sit on top here. I'm not sure if this will go through like that, but I'll go ahead and draw it like this for now because I find it easy to understand. Go up here, and then there's going to be like some padding through here. Okay, and now I can start kind of perfecting a bunch of the other shapes. Okay. Let's see, if this is the side, how exactly do I want this round thing to work anyway? I guess I'll call it a thing where you can fold in the ear cups a little bit more easily. So they're a little bit more foldable. So if I was going to bend these, you know, up this way, where would I want the peg? Let me just think about that in my head for a second here. The joint, I do think would be here. So we'd see it on the side view if I wanted them to go inside. Okay. So it'll be like that. And that I think they need to set a little bit higher. It'll be a little bit more like that. I'm going to take a look at my own headphones for a second. Give me just a moment. Okay. Okay, I just kind of wanted to understand how this part should work. The part that kind of lets you hold the earphones, I guess. So like this will let them kind of come up and inward. And then this guy kind of lets them swivel, you know, like this way and this way. So I just wanted to see how this part worked again. And I was wondering if I should put it there or if I should put it somewhere else. How did I draw it? And with the way I have it drawn, I actually do think it should go not there, but here. It'll stick out a bit here and then come back up. So that's this part. Okay. Just had to take a moment to understand how this all fits together. It helps very much when thinking about how to design certain things of just how is it actually used? What does it do? And then you can figure out how to draw the parts around it more easily. When you think about how everything needs to move and fit together, I think the design becomes a little bit better too. Approach it as though you were an engineer. Even if all you're doing is engineering fashion. Actually, it is true for clothes too, of just thinking about, okay, how does someone put this on and take it off? And then you can add certain things that would actually help someone do that. And it can add some neat little details to your design. Help it feel more grounded, a little bit more real. Okay, now I can round this part out a little bit more. Okay, and then the line kind of connecting these two areas, I do not actually think we'd see it here. Okay. So that's this part, and then the rest, just some kind of high-tech nonsense. I can probably decorate that largely how I want to. So I'll start with this part. I don't think I'm going to add any shading beyond what's necessary to differentiate between certain parts, so it's going to be more like lines than it is shading. And so I think that's everything here. Hold on, I just hit something while I was trying to get comfortable. Give me just a moment. I think I unplugged my headphones. Sure did. Fortunately, it looks like the trouble I was having yesterday was not with my headphones, but with my speakers. Because I plugged my headphones into my speakers. Okay, I'm gonna have to move my microphone a bit. Give me a moment. All is well. I'll try not to do that again. That's why I plugged it into my speakers in the first place, because I squirm. And the cord of my headphones is really, really short. So it was just easier to send it up onto my speakers. My speakers are a little bit closer than my headphone jack on my computer. But if they're feeling a little bit staticky, then alas, not something I can do, because man, dealing with that static sound was terrible. Hated it. Okay. So here I think also needs a little bit of shading just to show that this is kind of the inside. So there we go, something like that. Then this comes in here. And I want to make the shape of this a little bit better. There will definitely not be anything showing on that side. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, I think that shows all the details that I had here. Let me see. Was there anything else? Let me actually look at it here. I actually had this going in a completely different direction, but shh, I don't think people will notice if I don't tell them. That I kind of changed my mind on certain aspects of the design. Okay. So I guess now I start actually just cleaning things up and making it all look nice. I gotta start with the cups because they are both the easiest part to draw and I think they will help me show the angle of everything else. So as I start working in the rest of it, I will kind of know how things are tilted, I think is the right word. Okay, and then I'm gonna put in some shapes here just to make this look a little fluffier. Make it not quite so perfect, so it looks softer. Okay. Now then, time to get the kind of these parts that kind of dig in. Let me see. What do they look like? Slightly wider at the bottom than they are on the top. Okay, so I have this shape. Not too bad, actually. And I can just put it all together like this. So in this case, what I care about here is actually the negative shape, because I'm drawing on the headphone cup layer, on the blue part. And so I'm deciding where the edge of the blue part is, because that is the layer on top. So even though technically the bit that I'm trying to draw, these parts sticking into the cup here, are on top of it, just due to how I have my layers structured, that is not how it shakes out in the art program. Just one of those things. Sometimes it trips up my brains a little bit too. Okay, I think I want this to come a little further down. I want the angle of this to be just a tad sharper, but there we go. But actually, I think I want this side to be a little bit less sharp. So I got to put a little bit more down here, and I think I need a little bit less down right here. There we go. So far, so good. So before I start adding the little details like screws there, I want to make sure that I have everything else structured nicely. So I want this line that's going to be going around the base of this to look nice. Okay, and I want the outside to look nice as well. I want this to be kind of going straight across, with this guy just kind of cutting out. So I'm going to cut right into it. I'm going to cut right into this too to make sure that this is shaped the way I want it to be. And then I will put down those parts again once I'm happy. But I just want to focus on one big shape at a time here. Okay. So I think that's about how I want that to shake out. And before I add those other shapes back, I want to look at this. So it's a fair distance out. It's not right at the base. It's like right here. There. And then there's another little one right here. And actually, before I draw that, I should make the part where this is going to go a little bit thinner, just so I have a little bit more room here. There we go. Okay, and now I feel like I can start putting these back in. So the reason that I left this cut off is because I wanted to draw how it's wrapping around this first. And then I'd have it rejoin with the part sticking out. So that was the goal there. And this line will be a bit thicker. This one will be a bit thinner, so I guess I should start thinning that out. Because this line's pulling double duty. It's both the thickness of the thing and of this part sitting on the side here, and also where it meets up with everything else. So that's why this guy gets to be thicker, and this guy's going to be thinner. Okay, and I want to make sure that these lines are curving roughly parallel to each other, so that this way it actually looks like a round thing sitting on this. Because right now I don't think it does, so the lines are not properly parallel yet. Okay, that looks pretty good though, so now I think I can extend it outward. And actually know where these lines are supposed to live now. See, this is why I wanted to hold off on redrawing this part. Because now I can get this curve just right. Just right. And that will also help me figure out where to place this dark part, too. And then it'll stick up in here. And go around, so I'll put a little line right there, just so it's clear what's happening. Okay. And now I can get this looking a little better. Put in the line here. And there we go. It should look like it's going back and around now. Still not entirely satisfied with this curve, so I'm gonna kinda poke at it just a little. And it'll be nice and round. And I'm going to change the shadow a bit too, just so that they're not lining up quite so perfectly. There we go. Okay, now I can draw the little screws and stuff in here. That should be about it for the cup. Anything else is just kind of perfecting what I already got. Which I do think it needs a little bit more smoothness, so there's still a little bit more to do. But that's about it. Okay. So now I'll get this circular part. It's going to be flat on this edge, though. Okay, so I'm going to be particular here, and this part will come out a little further. Okay. So there we go. And I don't actually like where the center one is, so I'm going to move it. So let's make sure that I'm actually happy with everything else before I try to move it around. Just perfect everything. And I think that's pretty good. So I think this, I don't want it to be quite that big, I don't think. More like this. There we go. So I think that is accurate now. And now I can just kind of get the arm part that goes over the head. I think it might actually be a little bit thick, so I'm going to actually take this part back a little and just kind of send it a little bit more straight up. Okay. And I will cut in a little bit to what I did here. That's fine. I'll just, you know, draw it again. No big deal. There we go. Okay. Now I can just focus on this part up here. I just want to get the part that goes over her head just right here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then this part will kind of stick into the side there. But I want to get its thickness a little bit more where I want it. Okay. And now this guy. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna stick out a bit here. Only a little bit. And that will be the padding that protects her little head and makes them very comfortable to wear. I never had to draw this on any of the views because it was never actually relevant. Not once. So I think that's... Actually, knowing that I wanted something like this on it was why I decided, you know, maybe it's a good idea to actually just bring this out and draw it. Because otherwise, no one would ever know this was here. It was always covered by her neck. Okay. Now I just want to take this back until it looks like it's sitting a little bit more correctly. Because there, I don't know, the angle that this was at wasn't quite lining up with how this was. Like, if I were to draw this, like, super, super thick, like, it doesn't look like it's, like, receding into the background. This looks very strange with everything else. So, that's what I'm trying to do here. I just want to get the thickness of everything nice. But I think this is about correct here. So now I can kind of straighten things out here. And then I'll be able to just lock the layer and make any additional changes I want, but I don't actually think that there are any. I think that that is about where I want it. So, yay. I'm gonna leave it there, just in case I change my mind. And I'm gonna think about the design of the rest of this. So let's see. Stretch. I guess this might be where I have to restart Krita and get that font working, because I'd like to start doing some text and then figure out what I want to do for the border and the background colors and all of that. And just start getting all the decorations in. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna restart Krita, and then we'll start decorating the sheet. It'll be great. Give me just a moment. Fortunately, it's a pretty lightweight program, so it does not take that long to load. Especially since my computer's pretty good. Like, you wouldn't know it from the types of games I play, but that's just because I like 2D games more than 3D games. Okay, I'm ready to come back. Let me get over here. Okay. There. There we go. Okay, so the font should be in here somewhere. In theory. Let's see if I can find it. It was like BM something or other. Here we are. And okay. Let me see. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking maybe I want a subtitle. And for that, I might need another font, so I might need to restart Krita again. Let me see if I can find a good one. Yeah, okay. Where do I download it? It doesn't want me to buy it, because if it's not free, I can't do it. Okay. This place is hiding its download button very carefully. Okay, might not be free. Let me see if there's another one. Suppose not. Okay. Let me give it just another look here. Or is this the button? No. It's a Japanese site, so I'm having trouble finding it. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's not free. Okay. Oh, that's fine. I'll just pick a different font then. I was hoping to use the Persona 3 fonts because that just makes things way fancier, right? But I at least have this one. But if I want a subtitle, that will have to be something else. Okay. I'm going to start moving things around. That's probably bigger than what I want, but I wanted to make it big first. I don't know what color I want the font to be, so this is fine. I'll hide this for now. And then... let's see. For the subtitle here... it's hard to go wrong with this. Okay. I think I like just the regular. Alrighty. Oh shoot, I put them on the same layer. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Okay. I guess if this is a winter outfit, it might actually make sense to give her tights, but cannot be bothered. It's fine. So I'll do something like that. Maybe I'll center it, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll leave it like this for now. And I might need to add some like other decorations and stuff. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'll figure it out soon. Okay, for now, let's figure out how I'm going to organize this. It's like I was waiting just in case I wanted to make changes to the headphones, but I don't think I need to. Okay, so these guys... I guess I'll just kind of plop them here. I was originally planning on making them smaller, but I don't know, maybe I don't have to. Or maybe I should just crop this image. And make it a little smaller. I just kind of picked this size arbitrarily. Because yeah, I have tons of extra space here. Okay, sure. Let's do it. Let's take this, bring it over here a little, and then I will shrink these two a little bit. And then I can put something like a color swatch over here, like in this spot here. And I think I still have enough room for notes. I guess I'll plop my notes down before I crop it. But cropping is the current plan. Give it a little bit more breathing room here. Okay. As always, I like to do my notes handwritten when I'm not doing anything technical. Like, this is like a pseudo-technical document, and I think it just makes everything look a little bit more personal when it's my handwriting instead of a font. So, since it is meant to be a thing that looks nice for Twitter, I will just use my handwriting. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's good. The downside, my handwriting is terrible. But I'll do my best. And I find it hard to write and talk at the same time. So bear with me. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm having trouble having enough space here. Let me try to write a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. I want it to be more pointing like there. There we go. Okay. And yeah, I mean, I just feel like this design is super straightforward, so I don't think I need that many notes, but I'll go ahead and add some anyway. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll put it here. So, slight heel. Okay. Let's see, is there anything I really want here? Yeah, I guess I'll label this here. Just a little few notes for these guys. I guess that's probably where they're gonna end up. Yeah, I think right there is good. I just want to make sure I'm not going to be moving them around too much after I put words on, because then I have to move all the words and it's really inconvenient, so I like to avoid it. Okay. Simple padded. Backpack straps. Okay, and I think that's about... I don't know, do I have anything else I feel the need to say? Not really. Yeah, this is like the most straightforward design I've had to do in a long time, so... Yeah, I don't really have that much to add here. I might have to move things around a little bit, so before I crop it, I'd like to have some idea of the border I intend to do. So let me look at some Persona 3 menus real quick. Just remind myself of what they look like, and I guess with Reloaded out now, they look way different from the ones that I played, you know, back when Fess was new. I haven't actually played Reloaded. I don't normally buy their re-releases. Like, they want my money, they gotta make a new game. Okay, so I am just taking a simple look here to see if I can get any inspiration. I have a couple of thoughts. I think I might just go with like a checkerboard pattern. It'll make sense once I draw it. Yeah, it looks like for Reloaded, they took a lot of cues from Persona 5. Fascinating. Actually, I see a lot of people trying to redesign it, and I'm like, why? Because I don't know, I think the menus look fine. But I guess it's a good practice for people that want to get better at graphic design. But frankly, I've always felt like the Persona menus were good enough that you'd probably do better just doing an exact copy of it to see how it was made, rather than trying to redesign it yourself. Okay. So I guess I'll go with some of my thoughts here. So I don't quite know what I want to do for a border yet, but what I think I might do is just put like half of it in blue and half of it in black. Fortunately, I think I can use a slightly lighter blue than what I use on the character. I don't think I want to use solid black, though, because that would just be way too stark with all the white that I use in the design. So, let me see. If I take this blue and then just make it a little bit more purple and then really close to black. How would that look? Man, that is like the loudest freaking blue ever. I'm always amazed at the colors that they're able to make work for menus of all things. I think I can make it workable. So with something like this, then that makes the text actually look pretty good there. Gonna make it just a tad smaller here. And then I think I'm gonna actually make this a little bit less saturated and a little bit darker. Okay, so something like that, and then I guess I'll go ahead and crop now. Make sure that I have sufficient breathing room to put in the pattern that I'm thinking of trying. So probably right about there. And let's see, does Krita have a checker brush? There is a pixel art brush. But is there something that will actually just make a checkerboard pattern for me so I don't have to do it? Okay, so screen tone. Can I make my screen tone square? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'm gonna be dicking around with the brush editor, which unfortunately I cannot capture. So, because unfortunately OBS does not like it. Okay. That's not squares, though, so... Okay, here we are. Is that big enough? Let me see. I clear my scratch pad here. I'm just trying to get the right kind of shapes here. Okay, so that's not actually making the lines bigger here. Okay, but let's see what I can do with this, if this gets even close to what I want. No, okay. Where's my revert to default here? There we are. Okay, and if I were to go and pick the square one again, what do you look like? Not even visible. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to cheat that way, and if I attempted it with this one... Blah. It is screen tone, as you might expect from the screen tone brush. Okay, let's see if there's anything more square. I guess I might just have to go into the pixel brushes and do it slowly, one by one. Okay. We suffer for the art. Let's go. Gonna turn it square here and... just decide how big I want these squares along the border to be. Trying to get it right on the edge here. I want it to be, like, right there. Is that a good size, or is that too big? Probably a little too big. I'm gonna go ahead and start placing the next one here. There probably is a better way to do this, but I don't know what it is. So, I'm gonna do it like this. And then I will adjust the size accordingly so it doesn't run into the text, but I just want to get this all started here so I know how big I should make it, because this should be as close to the edge as anything gets, in theory. And actually what I want to do, I'm going to let it overlap the text for now. I'm going to get all the way to the bottom, and then I'm going to resize it so that this way there is a complete square going all the way into the corner. And hopefully I can make that work. I don't know. We'll find out together. And if it doesn't work, I'm sure I can find an interesting way to cheat. Okay, here we go. What I'm more worried about is how it's going to work on the other side there when it's going down the long... Okay, so I need one more row here. That's fine. This one will be a little easier because I can just make sure it overlaps with the existing squares. It'll be fine. In theory, at least. Maybe I should have just held the button. Life is hard. This should be fine. Okay. So now hopefully I can find a sizing that is acceptable to me. So right about here, I guess. Oh god, but now I can't really zoom in and see the handles. So right there should do it. Okay, I think it looks fine. Okay, and then this side, I want it to be the blue. And I'm gonna switch away from the square brush. I do not like using the square brush as much as I do my circle brushes. So I'm gonna switch off before I forget. Okay. Now I start tiling it off to the side here. And hopefully it joins okay. And if it doesn't, I'm sure I can find a way to cheat. As I was saying before. I'm not going to be able to see for the moment, though, so let me... Oh, I duplicated the wrong layer. Here we are. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the end the blue color. And hopefully I can get them to line up. Okay. And if not, I'll find some cheating. Okay. Looks like the answer is not. I cannot. So I'll find a way to cheat here. Use this part to kind of bring them together a little bit. Close enough, I think. It's a little bit of an awkward transition, but I don't think it looks very bad, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Now I just do the same for the top. Except this one I have to color, like, right away, unlike the last one. Okay, so that should be fine. So this might be where I have to do my cheating. We'll see. Okay. So now I just line this up here as best I can. So this has to line up perfectly, but over here doesn't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color more. And then I'm gonna delete most of this layer, I think. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Oh wait, no, I wanted to delete most of the other layer. I got it backwards. So we delete most of this layer. Up until over here. Okay, I have to delete a little bit more. And then here. It's okay, there's still hope. Don't worry about it. I line it up. Right there. And we delete over here. And then on the original layer, I color this back in. Oh shoot, I deleted too much. That's okay. I just bring it on over. And it's okay, because I don't even have to worry about deleting anything, because it's already the right color here. And there. So I think that's fine. I'll decorate it like this. I think I could use a little bit more stuff, though, so let me look at some menus again. Yeah, I actually have an idea. I have a very good idea. Okay, so this one will do. Oh man, freaking Pinterest wanting me to make an account. I don't feel like making accounts for stuff right now. Okay, here we go. I found a different one. Okay. Give me just a moment and I will load it in here. Let me just save it. Fortunately, I'm gonna have to, like, navigate all the things, and man, I just have too much stuff. I swear, I have too many images saved on my computer. I don't really save a lot of things anymore, but I used to. A lot. I have to remember my ABCs. Okay, here we are. Okay. So I think this I can make this look pretty good. I'm gonna put some butterflies here. I'm gonna put some butterflies in. Let me see. Where is Web P? I don't have very many of those, so okay. So here we are. I'm just gonna copy and paste this here. Oh god, it's tiny. It's gonna look like ass if I make it big enough, isn't it? Might be able to fix the quality somewhat. I'll do my best. Oh man, that's so bad. Let's see if I can fix it. So I'm trying an unsharp mask right now, and oh man, it's not working. Let's see if it did anything at all. Not really. Okay. I might just trace over it. Nope, not helping. I guess I'll do some basic sharpen stuff. Nope, that made it worse. Okay, I might have to trace over it. Okay. Or if I... Will it look less bad if I set it to something else and reduce the opacity? What's it look like at 100%? Oh god. Okay, so I can't do that. At least not that big. Maybe, oops, don't know what I just did. But somehow I appear to have messed up my colors. Oh god. What did I just do? Did I, like... Because I don't see anything in my undo history here. And undoing things is not making it go back, but, like, the color is different. Shoot, what did I press? Because I clearly put some kind of filter on here. Ah, I had to sneeze. I might restart Krita again. What the heck did I just do? It's like I was trying to do something and I accidentally hit the wrong button and I don't know what I did. Let me see if I can find anything on it. Let me see. Did I add a layer mask somewhere? I don't think I did. No, I don't think so. Okay. Well, I have no idea what I did, so that's awkward, but I guess I'll see what I can do. Okay. Soft proofing. I accidentally hit Control Y instead of Control T. Fair enough. Okay, good to know that if I hit Control T, I'm gonna have or Control Y, I'm gonna have a bad time. Okay, well, I'm glad I was able to figure out what it was. So I think I can just make them a little smaller. And just duplicate this a couple of times, and I think this is still gonna look awful. So I'm probably gonna have to go through and trace a little bit, but let me kind of get them where I want them to be before I do that. But I think this will be a nice idea in theory. You know, in theory. I mean, right now the color is way too strong. I'm gonna kind of fade it into the background a little. Okay, so how's the look now? Oh god. Still bad. Okay, well I guess I better get started with my trace. I'm gonna move it up to the top for now. Not really gonna be able to see with the background there. Or anything else. Let me just hide some stuff so that this way I can actually kind of see what I'm doing. Okay. I can't really see with the current background there, so let's go ahead and add just a solid black layer. I'm pretty sure that'll let me see just fine. Okay. Let's trace. I don't know. No, that's not gonna work either, is it? Like, I could, but... Okay, I have another thought that'll hopefully save me here. I don't think that'll work very well. Okay, so if I embrace the blurriness... and just blur it all. Currently, I just feel like the current path is a bit too linear. Okay. But I do just feel like it all needs a little something. So let's give it a little something here. I think I preferred the other pattern that I had, so if it's gonna be blurry regardless, maybe... I should just go ahead and do it like this. Okay, let's make this a little bit less linear. Nope, that's right. You have to be blurred separately. Okay. Gonna remove the color and then, what do I want to do with you? Just gonna wrangle the colors for a sec here. Okay, that's a visual bug, I think. Although maybe it's not. How the heck did that happen? Okay, probably a visual bug. Because, yeah, I have the layer locked, so I'm definitely not coloring outside. Okay, well, I don't know what happened, but something sure did. Let's see, too bright there. I like this. So I don't know, maybe if I only do it at like 35% opacity. Or maybe what I should do is take this color, opacity 100%, take it off color dodge. Set it to this color. Okay, yeah, that works. And then I can decide what color I want there. What color do I want there? Like, that's a bit too much. Actually, no, I have an idea. What I want is for it to be this color. Yeah, I think that works. So this color for out here, and then the other blue color for inside of here. Did I select you? There we go. Okay, yeah. I think that's good. And I might make it a little weaker, but something like this. Okay, yeah, I think that looks pretty okay. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, I should draw her hair clip as well. That'll be super simple, so let me hide the butterflies for just a sec so I can draw a little bit more easily. I'll just plop them... I'll just plop it here for now. Okay. And the wing shape I have drawn many a time. Okay, and then I will steepen this just a little bit. Okay, and it's time to smooth out the edge here. It's fine if that's sticking out. It's going to stick out even more in just a little bit, so it's all good. And let's see, I feel like this is a little bit too long. There we go. Okay, and from here, I'll go ahead and make that little shape stick out just a bit here. As I do just about everywhere. And now I can carve the wings out of here, so there'll be wing, straight. No. Wing, straight. Wing, straight. Let's see, I think I want to push this one in just a little bit more. But that is pretty good. I've gotten the hang of drawing this wing shape over and over again. The joy of doing something like 20 times. I know this is what I have to do in order to draw it faster. I'm working on it. Okay, and then around here. Did I not get the right color? I got the right color. Why are you not drawn? Oh, did I accidentally draw the whole thing with the shadow color? Guess so. Alright. Whoops. Man, I have just been so out of it this week. I'm doing my best, but I just feel like I have not been entirely mentally here. Okay, so first thing I want to do is make this round. So this should be very, very circular. And then we got the wing shapes. And I'm not gonna do any more shading than necessary. This is meant to look extremely flat. Unlike the, you know, big design drawings where I try to make things look a little three-dimensional, but it's still very simple and bare bones. There we go. Okay, just noticed a little hole there that didn't get filled in proper. Okay, and now I just need to get the colors for the gem here. It took up most of it, I think. Let me double check. No, it actually didn't. Took up about half. I guess I'll put it on a new layer and merge it after. Just so that this way I can shade it a little bit more easily. Actually, I don't even think you need shade. Okay. That's fine. Okay. There we go. We got a hair clip. So I think I'll put the headphones kind of over on this side. The hair clip will come over here. And then I'll put a little color swatch here. And before I forget... Okay. I need to color this. I'll go ahead and color these ones. The black color I'm using for the other side. It's not that big of a difference, but it'll look slightly better. In theory. Okay, and let's get this placed. And before I do color swatching, I'm gonna be very particular about lighting this up. Okay. I want to add just a tiny little underline here. It's a tiny. Nice and tiny. That's big. That's too big. Maybe somewhere around 30. Even 30 is a little big. 20? 20 is good. Why did you not draw it? There we go. Okay, now I need to make it a little bit bigger. And then I think I'm gonna chop off the ends with my selection. Do I want it to be the same length or do I want it to be a little bit longer? I think I want it to be a little bit longer. Just like a teeny tiny bit though. Okay, so like here. And I'll do it the same on this side, just a teeny tiny bit longer. And then I think I want it to be a little closer. Okay, so something like that. I think that's all I'm gonna do for the text. I will change the color. I don't know what to yet, though. Let's find out. Let's just do that. I don't know. Let's see. Do I like it the same color as the line? Okay, I'm on the wrong layer. I do like it that color there. Which means I probably won't like it as the main title here. Indeed, I do not. Wasn't too bad, the same color as the dress, though. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay. So I'll call that good. And... okay, I'll put down my little color swatch now. And I think I'm just gonna do that in the shape of cute little paw prints. What do dog paw prints look like anyway? They're like cats, but less beanie. Okay. I'll make it more heart-shaped, because that will be cute. Okay, I don't want to attempt to draw a perfect heart right now, so I'm gonna break out my symmetry tool. Gotta make my life easy, because my brain's already making things hard on me, so let's try to help it out. Gonna do my best. Unfortunately, all the colors are so light that as long as I keep them all on this side, I think that they will look great. And they should contrast nicely with the background here. Let me see, how big are they relative? Should draw this a little bigger then. Okay. There we go. We got cute paw print. And that'll be what I use for my color swatch. Okay, so that's for the dress. This one will be for this, I guess. And I can even use the little toe beans for things like shadow colors and anything else I want. That sounds pretty fantastic. And I haven't merged anything down yet, so I'll go ahead and just put in the colors for now. And then I'll decide how I want to arrange them after. So let me just move them around. Okay, so if I'm going to say that this one is dress, then I'll say that the dress decorations are like this color. Oops. The shadows are this color. The decoration shadows are this color. And if you are going to be headphones, then you're that color. Your shadow is this color. The headphone cup is this color. The headphone cup shadow is this color. And then you have a lovely little specular highlight right there. So I'll put that there. Okay. So I'll just do a separate swatch for each piece. I think I can do that here. Okay. So this will be the cozy cardigan, which I believe only has 2 colors, and I guess it also has buttons. Oh no, it has 3. We have the shadow, we have the dark shadow. And then we have the buttons. And the button shadow. Okay. Red for my charms and the bracelet here. So we have a shadow. And then I have this black text on it right there. And that's about it. And okay, so now I'm going to start doing facial features. So this will be hair. Which is white with a shadow. Dark shadow. Hair accessory. And the gem of the hair accessory, which I guess I don't have enough room for the shadows, but I think that's okay. So skin is just this color with this shadow. And then I have one dark shadow for the neck here. And then I have the nail color, which is literally just pure white. Okay. So I'll do one for the eyes. And then at this point, I have like all the colors used. But I guess if I'm feeling special, I can go ahead and do one specifically for the backpack. Let's see, I have what I can steal right here. There's the pupil, here's the light spot, and here is the specular. Okay, and I guess I'll do one more for the backpack specifically. Even though he's just, you know, the same color as, like, literally everything else. But it's like, if I'm here, I'm here. I'm not actually sure if I have enough colors to put in all the shadows, so... Yeah, I don't think I do. So I won't do that then. Okay. There. So I'll have to put my labels on this. Okay, and in fact, I should probably put labels on all of this. Here we go. This is going to be headphones. Let me put all these in a group so I can hide them real quick. Let's see, where do I want to put the label here? I think I want them to be below, so I should put the headphones a little bit higher up here. Okay, I need you to be a little further over here. Okay, now I can figure out how I want to arrange all of this. I think first things first, I'm going to make them smaller. They don't need to be that big. Okay. So I'll just plop them around here. This one will be for dress. I try to avoid doing this, but I don't want to have to rewrite this repeatedly. Okay, and then I'll put another label underneath here to let people know what this is supposed to be. But I'll do that at the end. And I think this is the last thing I really got to do. So, yeah, I think this might be the end. The end of all of this little design. I think I like how it came out. I think it came out pretty cute. I'm still gonna have to figure out where I want this all to sit. What was this again? This was hair? And I think it, yeah, this one needs to sit a little higher. I need to make sure that all of this is aligned. But, like I said, I'll do that in a second. I'm definitely not going to be able to do that before I have the writing on it, so... Unfortunately, this means I'm going to have to do a bunch of shenanigans to move the writing around too, but you know, so be it. Sometimes shenanigans are inevitable. And you were backpack. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. How do I want this to be aligned? I think I'm going to move the hair clip over a little. Like over here. And I will move the notes accordingly. So he's going to sit there. And I should put the background back on. Just so that this way I know how everything will look. Okay, and then now I can move the swatch around a bit. I'm gonna move where the swatches themselves are, and then I'll move the text afterwards. I do need them to be about that far apart, though. Okay. And I just want to make sure that they're roughly even with each other. And I see a couple of errors on the bean here, so I will fix them as I go. Just so I don't forget. Let's see, it looks like I need them to be a little bit lower, so let's do that. Just get everything placed comfortably. And if it comes down to it, I can also make this hair clip a little bit smaller. And in fact, I think that would actually be a good idea. So let's do that. Make them just a little smaller. And then I can make the text a little higher. Give me a little bit more room to breathe here. And I can even bring all of these a little bit higher up. Just a little. Yeah, and that's enough breathing room, I think. I'm just considering where I want to put the label here. Okay, I think I'm going to make the headphones a little bit smaller too. They'll come up here. And then my label for them. Or my notes, here we are. Will come up as well. And then I can move all of these guys over here. And I'll just, like, put them in a row. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move all of my labels for them over here a little bit. That's where they're gonna live eventually anyway. So that this way I will have room to write colors. Okay, and then all the way up until hair. This will come here. Okay, I need it to be a little bit lower. I gotta be careful, though. Okay, I can't select notes at the same time, but I will move this down to where they need to go. And then I will move the word colors down with them. Make it a little bit smaller, just so it's not like right up against that. Okay, and then let's see if I can fit the rest of these on there. And if I can't, I will just make it smaller. They don't have to be this big. Okay, so skin. Eyes. Yeah, and it does look like they'll have to be a little bit smaller. Trying to keep the spacing between them relatively consistent. Okay. Now I can make them just a little bit smaller. Line them all up nicely here. Perfect. And now I can move the notes. And actually, all things considered, I want them to be in a different order. I want the skin to come first. So I'll start swapping things around here. I'll just move the dress over to where the skin was before, just to fill the hole. And I'll swap things around like this. Okay, then I think second I want eyes. Then after that, hair. Okay, so here's hair. Okay, and then which one is it on actually on top of right now? Cardigan. Okay. Then next, I actually think I want cardigan, so I'll put that here now. And I'll just pull up accessory here. Next is, I think, dress. Yeah, I think I want dress to come next. So we have accessory. And then I think I want headphone next. And then backpack is going to be next, so I'll just move accessory over to its spot at the end. Perfect. Okay, so I think that's a much more sensible order to put these in. Before I just was, you know, largely working willy-nilly. Anyway, let me get this out of the way. And then I can start putting the labels back on. Okay, so next was going to be hair. And then after hair, we have cardigan. Then after cardigan, we have dress. After that, we have headphone. After that, we have backpack. Unfortunately, all the ones with long names are next to each other now, so that's kind of unfortunate, but I think it's okay. Let me scooch everything over just a touch. Okay. So I kind of want to align the hair clip and headphones text better. So maybe I didn't actually need to make the hair clip smaller. Okay. This seems fine. Let's see, is there anything I want to change? In terms of color or layout or anything else? No, I think this is pretty good. So I think this is it. I think this is going to be the final version. I'll take another look at it tomorrow in case I... You know, in case I want to make any changes, if there's anything I don't like and all that stuff. And if it's all good, I will, you know, upload it tomorrow. And if I want to make any just teeny tiny changes, that would probably take me like 5 or 10 minutes. I won't stream that, I'll just do it. But if there's going to be more extensive changes I want to make, I will stream that. But I think that this is it. So there we go. Actually, no, one more thing. I want to put a stroke around Koromaru. Just a small one. Make her stand out just slightly better there. Okay, let me make sure that there's no shenanigans here. There's a little bit of shenanigans here. Are you part of the... Okay, probably part of the body layer then. Okay, so this is... Oh, I just pulled my headphone cord again. Oh well. I don't feel like chasing it right now. So basically I just saw a little bit of dirt here and I feel the need to clear that before I call this good. But you see, you know, stuff like this is exactly why I like to take that little bit of time and look over things one last time. Because in the heat of the moment, it can be real easy to just be like, man, I don't feel like doing this, so I'm not gonna. So I think it's just good to sleep on it for a day. That's why I never upload something the same day I finish it. Literally never. Unless I have a deadline, I guess, but given I largely just draw for myself still, no such problem. It's very nice. Alright, I'm on the back. I need to go to the front. Feels weird not to have the music in my ears, but it's all good. It really does. Okay. Here, and then... there. Okay, and I actually think the stroke looks pretty good. I don't see anything that I need to, like, explicitly make sharper or anything. Yeah, her hair is very round, so hair tips tend to be the area that I have to, like, manually adjust the most. But I think this all looks pretty good. So... oh, I should do the same with these guys. Let's see here. Gonna copy the layer style there and paste it on the relevant thing here. Here we are. I don't think this one needs it. Like, her colors are very light, so I feel like she stands out against the dark just fine. I just, wanted her to stand out a little bit more against this bright blue, because that blue is loud as hell. It is super loud, man. But you know what? I'm curious, so I'm gonna try it. I want to see what it looks like. Let's see how it looks. Oh yeah, that's Yeah, no thank you. I'm not a fan. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. I think this is all I want to do. So this will be the end for this one. And next week I'll draw something new. I'm not actually sure what that's gonna be yet. I've been thinking about it. But I don't know, I keep debating with myself and I was like, am I gonna finish this time? Guess I better get that argument in my head done because we're doing a new thing. Yeah, so this was kind of an interesting one because I hadn't drawn like actual fashion in a while. I'd been doing more, fantasy designs and characters from other shows and stuff like that. But this one is just like, I wanted to try to design something that someone would wear and happened to be vaguely this dog-esque. And this is what I came up with, and I think it's pretty okay. I think she's cute. And I do think that someone would wear this. I considered giving her tights since this was a winter outfit, but decided against it. Maybe I should have, but there was already a lot of white in the design, so I didn't want to add more. And overall, in terms of layout, I think it looks pretty okay. Very simple, but I think it's effective. Shows the character off pretty well, I think. So yeah, I think I'm happy. I think it looks good. Actually, there is one thing that I think I would like to do. Gonna just push these guys over very slightly to the right, and I have to adjust my notes because of that, but I do gotta get out of here. But I just thought that she was a little bit close to the edge there, and then I see some pixel dirt here. Probably the same stuff from the body layer that I've been duplicating over and over again. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. That's it. The final bit. So I do hope that you enjoyed watching that process, and I think this is where I will stop for today. And we'll do some new stuff. I think OBS might have crashed, but fortunately I am ending. So here we go. So thank you all for coming. And I hope you're able to make something wonderful today. I will see you all tomorrow. I can't switch my screen because OBS is having trouble. But I will see you all tomorrow. I guess you're going to be stuck with my face while I kind of derp around and oh no, I can't mute my microphone and... Well, sorry, but it looks like no one's screened for you guys today because I have to crash OBS. So I'll see you all tomorrow.